right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Yoga Sculpt. My name is Sara, and I will be guiding you through 40 minutes. I do have two small weights kind of towards the top of my space. We're not going to use them a lot today, but if you want them and you have some, feel free to have them close by. And we're actually going to begin standing for today, kind of towards the top of whatever space you are in. Have your feet about hip width distance apart, so you can kind of really just ground the legs into the floor. Feel free to even close your eyes. And we're just going to start by rolling the shoulders up and back out of the ears a few times. Just kind of let that breath flow up and down the length of your spine. And now from these shoulder rolls, bring your hands to your shoulders and start to draw circles with your elbows. And maybe even as you do this, you start to kind of lift your chest, your chin a little bit further up towards your ceiling. Again, your eyes can just be closed. And now we'll release those hands. We're going to take a couple full arm circles, reaching up and back. Maybe even take that a little bit slower. See if you can start to lift your chest. And as we reach our arms up high, we're going to bring them behind our head. Interlacing hands, elbows wide, so you can just start to let your head fall back into your palm. Little bit of engagement in your glutes to gently press your hips forward just slightly. Take a couple easy breaths. As we release those hands, we'll stretch them up. From here, we'll take a little side stretch to your right. Just up and over, maybe even circle that left wrist. You can look up or down. And then we're going to inhale, lift both arms towards the ceiling, and then side stretch to the left. Same thing, we can roll out the wrist, we can look up or down. We're going to inhale, reach both arms back up. A little softness in our knees as we fold forward, chest to the legs. Hands coming to low back. You even want to interlace your hands behind you and start to pull those knuckles away. Keep any amount of bend in the knees. And we'll release our hands to low back. Coming down to the floor, left foot back. We'll take a low lunge. Just maybe start to warm this up. You can rock forward and back. You can kind of tap that knee down a few times. And then we'll bring that back knee all the way down, hands coming up to that front knee. And then reaching both arms high. Open arm twist, sending our right arm back. Both arms back up. Hands to the ground. We're going to step back to our down dog. So as you press the ground away, stepping that right foot back. Warm up the feet. You can paddle through, alternate some bends in the knees. And then continue to walk your feet all the way up to your hands, finding our forward fold. And bringing hands to our low back or the opposite thumb on top to take that chest expansion. Hands to our low back as we release the hands to the floor, right foot back, low lunge. And again, you can shift a little bit forward and back. If it helps to kind of tap that knee down a few times. And then we'll bring that back knee down, hands coming up to that front leg. Reaching both arms high. Easy twist, left arm behind us. Both arms back up. Hands to the ground again. We'll press back to our down dog. Sending those hips high. We'll stay here a little bit longer. You can continue to move through your feet, or maybe start to warm up that upper body and more to shift forward to your high plank and back to down dog, maybe rolling through your spine as you do this. And we'll all come into tabletop, so coming down to our shins. From here, we're going to take cat and cow, so inhale. Drop the belly, arch the spine. Exhale, cat back, pressing the ground away. Curve and chin to chest. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat back. Keep moving through a few more rounds with your breath. You take one or two more passes through both poses. And we'll return to our tabletop, that neutral spine. From here, tuck the toes, pressing up and back into our down dog. Now from here, high planks, really pressing through both legs and heels. From here, we're going to start to see if we can float our right arm forward. And then we're going to keep floating that hand as we send our hips high, and then reach your right hand towards your left leg. Even if it touches or not, it's reaching back. Now again, roll through, try to keep floating that hand, high plank, and then press your hips high and reach back. A few more times, reaching forward, pressing up and back, adding a little twist if you want. Try to look underneath that left arm. Inhaling to shift forward, exhaling to press back to make sure you're breathing. See if you can try one more round, and then we'll release into our down dog, both hands to our mats. We're going to shift and switch that, so high planks. See if we can press through both legs and heels. Now float that left hand forward. Keep floating as you press our hips up, reaching towards that right side. Shift forward, float that hand, pressing back, maybe add that little twist, looking underneath that right arm as you press back. Again, inhales, high planks, exhales to press back to make sure we're breathing. Maybe try one or two more rounds, and we'll find our way into our down dog. From here, we're inhaling, sending our right leg high. We'll bend that knee to our nose as we shift forward. Inhale, stretch that right leg high. Again, knee to nose. One more right leg high. This time bringing it all the way through to our low lunge. Help that foot forward if we need to. Press down through the feet. High crescent lunge, lifting the chest. Airplane the arms, bringing our chest to that front knee. Reach out. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Now open arm twist our right arm back. High crescent lunge. Warrior two, spin that back heel down, opening both arms. So as we start to settle into that front knee, our arms reaching straight out, we're going to add a little pulse and a roll in your shoulders. Making sure hands are straight out from the shoulders. You can go up and down, holding the legs, or you can add a little circle in your arms. Really small, relax the shoulders as you send your fingertips away. Keep pressing into the legs. Full breath here for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and And one. Now from here, extend side angle, reach that right hand down, left arm up towards your ceiling. Look up or down. Stay low in the legs, just reverse warrior. Switch that right arm towards the ceiling. Now as we stand up straight, we're going to turn both feet to that side. And we're going to start to bend into that left knee. Bring your fingertips down towards the ground. And we're going to start to come back up. And we're going to see if we can step our left foot over to meet our right. Tap and settle into your chair. Now again, stand up, step that left foot out. Bend into the knee, fingertips down. As we come up, step that foot in, sink into both feet. Take that a few more times. Step out, sink down. Come up, tap it into your chin. Out and down. Come up, pull that knee in. Think of your inner thighs squeezing together. See if you can take 2 or 3 more rounds. And then we're going to meet in a balance with that left knee into our chest. And we're standing tall. So as you come up, see if you can pull that left knee in, reaching both arms high. Goal post your arms, pull your elbows and shoulders down, broaden your chest. Breathe here for 3. We'll step that foot back out to our wide forward fold in 2. And 1, step that foot out, release your hands and torso down, wide forward fold. Maybe even wrap hands around the legs or a little bit behind us or out in front. You can kind of shift your hips side to side, nod your head yes, shake it no. We'll start to turn to our front foot, coming to high planks. From your knees or toes, slow and steady, lower all the way down. Keeping hands where they were, press the feet into the ground to lift your chin and chest. Begin to float your hands, squeeze your glutes together, hold here, breathe. As we release, you can take tabletop or high plank, long line and spine, taking our down dog. Our next breath, inhale your left leg high. Bend your knee to your nose, come forward. Send that left leg high. Again, knee to nose. 1 more, reach it up. Bring it through low lunge. Wherever it comes, you can help it forward with your hands. Press through the legs, high crescent lunge. Airplane the arms, chest forward, fingers reach back. High crescent lunge. Open twist your left arm. High crescent lunge. Warrior 2, spin that right heel down. Start to settle into your legs in your warrior 2. Left knees are forward, arms straight out. Again, you can take those mini pulses up and down or try to take those circles. Maybe go the opposite direction. Keep pressing down through the legs. Breathe here for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend side angle. Left arm reaches down, right arm high. Stay low in the legs, just reverse warrior. Stretch that left side. As we stand up, turn both feet to that side, bending into our right knee, fingertips coming down. As we start to stand up, bring your right foot over to meet your left, bend both knees, take your chair. Again, step that foot out, fingertips tap down. Come up, bring it in, sink low. A few more times. See if you can maybe even take it even slower. Control that right leg in and out, bending into your knees. Maybe 2 or 3 more times. And then we're going to meet with that right knee into our chest. Try to find that balance. Standing tall with your right knee pulling in, fingertips reaching straight up towards the ceiling. Hold here and breathe. We're here for 3. We're going to step that foot back out into our wide forward fold 2. And one, step it out, chest, hands come down, wide, forward fold. Again, maybe nod your head, walk your hands out or around your legs. We'll start to turn to our left foot, coming forward, stepping back, high planks. This time we'll take 3 push-ups from your knees or your toes. Inhale. As you exhale, your chest comes forward, float off the ground. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up, down dog, press back. From here, we're high planks. Now we're going to add a little bit in the sides of the body. So if at any point your wrists feel it too much, you can come down to your forearms. Still a great workout. So we're going to twist both heels towards our right side. And our feet are separating. We're going to really try to think about pressing the left foot into the ground, bringing our left arm overhead. So we're finding that stretch through our left side. Now we're going to add opposite arm as leg. So our right leg is behind us. We're going to try to draw that knee forward, connect your elbow to your knee, and then extend it back. Pull it in. Extend it back. So that foot is coming forward and then back behind us. Squeeze it in. Maybe check in that right shoulder is over your right wrist. You can always hold it right here or hold in your forearm plank and hold that position, pressing your hips high. Wherever you are, breathing here for 3. Coming back to our high planks in 2. And 1, unwind high planks. Take your down dog for a couple breaths. So we're going to switch that out. So coming into high plank. Feet are separated. Let them twist towards the left side. Now really press your right foot into the ground. Right arm overhead, bicep towards your ear. Feel that length first. Then we're going to take that left leg, bring it forward, try to connect elbow, knee. Stretch it back. Draw it in and back. Again, it's coming behind you, or you can hold it or come down to that forearm. Left shoulder is over the wrist. Squeeze and extend. We're here for 3. High planks in 2. And 1. High plank, down dog. Take a couple breaths. From our next inhale, stretching that right leg high. Knee to nose, cat back. Inhale, reach up. Knee to nose, 1 more, send it up, all the way through low lunge, high crescent lunge, airplane the arms, high crescent lunge, open twist, right arm back, high crescent lunge, adding a standing splits, hands down, begin to stretch that left leg towards the ceiling. So a little stretch in those hamstrings. Hands can be underneath us. Head can be heavy. Now we're going to step that left foot in to meet our right forward folds. From here, hands to legs, halfway lift, long, flat back. Exhale as we fold. Do whatever you need to do to grab your weights, to step that left foot back into your warrior 2. Palms are going to be face up, reaching our arms out. Now we're going to add a little pulse here in the arms, in and out with the elbows. Keep the legs right where they are if you have those weights. If not, you can have your palms face up and you can take a little pulse in and out, or even just hold your arms. Feeling those fingertips reaching from your center. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Now draw those arms up Pull them straight in. Now we'll add the legs. Stretch, sink, press straight up. Think more about that right knee pointing over your toes and bend. Up and bend. For 3, for 2, and 1. Now as we just stretch the leg, turn both toes towards that side. We're gonna add the arms with that. Shift to your left foot, tap those hands down, draw it up, step that left foot in, press up into your chair and your arms as you bend your knees. Bring it up, step it out, tap down, pull it in, press up, out, down, in, up. So as we're doing this, your arms are drawing in and stretching away from your center. Legs exactly what we did earlier. Try to take 2 or 3 more. And we're going to come into that balance with the left knee into our chest. We're going to pause here, reaching your arms up, whether you have your weights or not. Then draw your arms in. We're going to take a figure 4. So you're crossing left ankle over your right knee. Start to bend your hips. Sink your hips low towards the ground. Now option, hands can stay in. Hold it, finding that balance. Or airplane your arms. Reach your fingertips behind you. Option to add a little pulse in your triceps. So if you see it from the side, your hips are pressing back. Your chest is forward. Fingertips are behind you, floating. Maybe pulsing those triceps. You're here. This is a balance. We're here for 3. Come back up to that left knee in balance in 2. And 1. Arms in. See if you can slowly pull that knee up. Breathe, stepping that left foot back out. Bring your weights down. Take that wide forward fold. And then from here, you can kind of just walk your weights with you towards your front foot. Release those weights, step right back into your down dog. We're taking that all on our left side. So as you inhale your left leg up, knee to nose, cat back. Inhale, reach up. Knee to nose. 1 more. Send that leg up. Step it through. Low lunge. High crescent lunge. Reach up. Airplane the arms, chest forward. High crescent lunge. Open twist our left arm back. High crescent lunge. Now adding that balance, standing splits, hands down, begin to stretch that right leg up. Hands right underneath us, head can be heavy. Find your breath here, in and out. We'll start to bend that right knee in, taking our forward folds. Hands to the legs, soften those knees, halfway lift, flat back. Folding forward. You can grab your weights, do whatever you need to step your right foot back. Warrior 2. Now again, reaching those arms out, palms are face up. That pulse of your arms in and out. Or if you have no weights, you can hold those arms right where you are. Press those knees open, sink low. Here for 3. For 2. 1. Now hug those elbows in. Open those into a goalpost. Stretch up and lower. Press and lower. You're thinking of those left knees and toes pointing straight forward. Press up and lower. Up. Only 3. 2. 1. Now as we stretch up just the leg, turn those feet to the side. Arms are in close. Start to bend into your right knee. Fingertips, weights come down. As we come up, step that right foot in, bend into your chair, stretch those arms. Up, step it out, reach down. In, share. So if you're adding those weights, still try to take it slow and steady, pressing those arms out, elbows in, pressing out. 2 or 3 more rounds. We're going to meet in that balance with our right knee into our chest. See if you can draw that right knee in. Stretch those arms and weights high. Taking that figure 4, cross that right ankle. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. You can draw those arms in, finding that balance. Or if you want to, maybe slowly airplane those arms behind you. Add that little pulsing in your triceps. Try to keep your shoulders out of your ears. You can lower those hips even more, or lift your chest here for 3. We'll come back up into that balance, 2. And 1, draw those arms up, stretch that right leg high. Step that foot out to our wide forward fold. Hands, weights come down. Now you can kind of walk your weights towards your left foot. We'll step right back into our down dog. Take a couple breaths in down dog. From here, coming into tabletop, we're just going to sink our hips to our heels for a minute. Now, at any point, if this is uncomfortable in your knee joints, feel free to take any other variation that feels best for you. If it's just maybe taking a seat and just focusing on your arms if you have your weights. Another variation is you can take it standing more of a squat. It's just going to feel a little bit different. So if it feels okay on your kneecaps to bring your hips towards your heels, we're going to reach our arms up and we're going to bring our hands behind our head. So very similar to what we did at the very start. Elbows are wide, our chest is broad, shoulders relaxing. We're going to think about engaging our glutes. That's the first thing. So engaging our glutes, we'll start to kind of let our hips lift. And we're going to see if we can press straight up, hips over our knees. If you even need to, you can tuck your toes to take some of the weight out of the kneecaps. And then we're just going to slowly, 3, 2, 1, sink back down. Engage those glutes the whole time. Press up and lower. 3, 2, 1. Press up. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Press up. Glutes engage the whole time. 3, 2, 1. Press it up. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Last time. Press up. Lower. 3, 2, 1. We'll release coming into our tabletop. From here, if you have a weight, you can bring it behind your knee. So you're going to take your smallest weight, you're going to cradle it in your kneecap, and then you're going to start to already squeeze that weight. Now, just like before, at any point, you can come down to your forearms, and sometimes that can actually activate the shoulders even more. So you'll spread all 10 fingers wide, press your chest away from the ground. So we're not dipping, we're pressing and broadening. Whether you have a weight or not, whether you're on forearms or hands, we're going to take 5 circles clockwise and then 5 circles counterclockwise with this left leg. So clockwise, we're going to think of lifting it up, open, drop down. Lift up, open, and around. 3, 2, 1. Now reverse it. Bring it out, up, around. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're just going to pulse it straight up and lower. Now if it helps to flex your foot as we do this, really keep squeezing that block or your weight, whatever you have there. 3, 2, 1. Release that leg down. Press up to your hands if you need to switch your weight into the opposite knee. So again, think of cradling it first, then already start to squeeze. Return to your forearms if you need to, or if it felt better, press that chest away. 10 fingers are pressing down. 5 circles clockwise first. So we're going to bring it up, around, down, up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Now reverse. Other way. 5 circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to lift that leg straight up. Bring it in. Again, it maybe helps to flex your foot. Really squeeze that weight or block, whatever you have. 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg back down. Press up to your hands. Take that weight or block away. And from here, we're going to tuck our toes, walk our hands to our feet. Take a little crouch and curl. So rounding your spine, shoulders out of ears, head nice and heavy. From here, kind of do whatever you need to do to sit down on our floors. We'll extend our legs in front. Now, if you want to add your weights here, feel free. If you want to really just focus on your core and your shoulders, don't use the weights, totally fine. But we're going to have our arms kind of elbows bent in. We're just going to think of stretching our arms out, drawing them in, out and in. Now, as we do this, you can also do it without your weights, out and in. So just adding a little bit, and we're going to add the chest. So as our arms extend, we're going to think of rolling down halfway, pulling our elbows to our ribs to sit up. Roll down halfway, pull it up, down, and up. So you can add those weights if you want, or let them go. Roll, squeeze elbows to our ribs, back, and up. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now this time we're going to bring our hands up. We're going to let our elbows bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Trying to sit up nice and tall. Just working triceps. If you don't have your weights, you can have your palms together and maybe bring your thumbs towards the back of your head. Stretch up. Draw it in and up. The more you can think about pressing your hands together, the more you're going to feel that resistance through your arms. Now again, we're going to add the lean back, press up, leaning back just a little bit and up. You might not be able to lean as far back. And option 2, you can bend your knees so you can really kind of support yourself and up. The roll is small and controlled through the arms. Slower and up. For 4, for 3, woo, for 2, and 1. I got ahead of myself. So now we're just going to release those weights. Have your arms reach straight forward, lean back slightly, and begin to float those legs. You can squeeze those inner thighs together, boat pose. Keep that chest broad. Breathe here for 6, for 5, for 4. Bound angle pose in 3, 2, and 1. As we come up, bring those feet together, knees open wide. Maybe take a little rock side to side. You can even let your hips and heels be further apart from each other. And we're going to fold just straight over those legs. Sometimes, especially if that stretch can feel hard and difficult, or when we're not moving kind of really physically, we start to lose our breath. So I invite you here, maybe even to tent your fingertips or place them somewhere on your legs. And as you inhale, lift up and away. And as you exhale, fold in, maybe begin to close your eyes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Move through that a few times with your breath. And from here, as we start to sit up, we'll extend our legs straight out in front. We're going to hug our right knee into our chest. We'll cross that right foot over the left leg. You can stay right here as we take a twist, or if you want to, if it feels okay to bend that bottom knee and tuck your foot up underneath you, wherever you are, leg extended or in, making sure our hips are flat to the ground so we don't kind of roll off to one side. We're going to bring our hands to heart center, pressing thumbs into our sternum. Gently start to twist towards the right, and just support yourself with your core and your spine from here. Now you can add a little bit more in this twist if you want to by bringing that left elbow towards your right knee. Maybe adding that little bit of resistance and pressure can help to lift and twist more if you need. Now, if you have your elbow and knee connection, keep your twist, but just lift back up. We're going to release our right hand down behind us, sending our left arm high. We can kind of turn back open towards the front and see if we can just lift our chest a little bit of a back bend. Now, if it feels okay, from wherever you are, you can press that right foot into the ground a little bit more. And maybe see if you can kind of just barely float your hips off the ground if you feel like you need a little bit of extra. Whatever variation in your legs. We're going to just float that left arm back in, unwind both legs first, shake it out. Maybe it helps to bend your knees and kind of windshield wiper. And then we're going to switch all of that out. So we'll keep our left knee in, right leg long. Cross that left foot over. We can stay here. We can tuck that foot up underneath us, wherever we are, making sure both hips are flat. Sit bones are touching the ground. Hands to heart center to press the thumbs into our sternum. On our exhale, we'll gently start to twist towards the left, staying tall and supporting ourselves with our whole core, front and back. Full deep breath. If you want to, if it feels okay, to bring that right elbow towards your left knee. Maybe that adds a little bit of resistance. If you have elbow and knee connection, keep the twist. We're just straightening and lifting ourselves up. Then we'll bring our left hand behind us. As we reach our right arm up, we can kind of turn back to the front. You can just puff the chest up. Whether knee is bent or straight, again, from wherever we are, maybe we can kind of really press that left foot into the ground. And I think a little bit of lifting our hips. We'll begin to draw that right elbow in, unwind the leg, shake it out. And we're just going to finish here with a last kind of forward fold. Legs can be totally together or slightly separated. We'll just start to kind of walk those hands either out or Even place them on top of our legs. Just as we did in that bound angle pose. Here in this forward fold, maybe again, tent your fingertips or hands on the legs as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, fold. Keep moving through with your breath. And no matter how far you go, on your next exhale as you fold, see if you can just kind of stay there. Maybe even open and close your jaw a few times. Maybe a little gentle, slow nod of your head, yes. Or even a little shake of your head, no. Increase and deepen that breath, 2 or 3 more rounds. And very slowly start to roll and sit yourself up. Shake out those legs. Roll out your shoulders. Shake out those wrists. And do anything else you might need to do here. All right, good work, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Sara, leading you through this yoga sculpt class. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.